So welcome again, round two of our Facebook Live alternatives for our, this is called the Gifts Galore. This was the November's kit. And I have some alternatives that I'm going to show you for this kit. It does make, just straight out of the box, you would make 3 of each one of these super cute little treat boxes. So I have some little cute things up my sleeve for you guys. But if you guys would love to or like to subscribe to Paper Pumpkin and join me every last Thursday of the month, typically, but because the last Thursday of November was Thanksgiving, that is why I didn't come on the last Thursday. I spent Thanksgiving with my family, so I figured I would come on here today, which is November 11th, or 11th. Oh my goodness, where am I? November 30th, the last day of the month, and do it today. So our kit that is going on this month, and you will receive it the end of, the end-ish of December, is called the Lots of Fun Paper Pumpkin Kit. Now, this one is, it looks really, really super cute, and I love little pun-filled words and that kind of stuff. Hello, Cheryl. Hello, Rhea. So yeah, it's kind of fun to see, what's coming up for the next month, because we never know. So, we kind of get like little clues and little hints, kind of like we do on this, but you never really know exactly what you're going to get in the kit until you get it. So it's really kind of fun to see those stamp sets show up and you're like, oh, wow, So looks like we are going to be having next month's December's on the 30th. That would be the last Thursday of the month. So I think that's doable. So I will be doing this kit on the 30th at 6 p.m. Mountain Standard Time for you guys. All right, so let's go ahead and get into, you have a few more hours left. So if you plan on putting in an order that is around $75, I would highly, highly advise you to start with savings, which is where you get to pick any products in any of our current catalogs of equaling of 120, ooh, words are hard, equaling $125, and you only pay $75. So you're getting $50 worth of product free. So, where can you go wrong there? There's no gimmicks, there's no schemes, there's no nothing. You just get to become a demonstrator yourself. There is no strings attached with that. You do not have to build a business. You can be just a discount shopper. So, it's really a fun way of getting that, your craft supplies built up, and you get to pick $125 and only pay $75. So can't go wrong there. So let's go ahead and get into these, because obviously my words are not wanting to work with me today. So I'll shut up. I know you're like, yeah, right. Her, be quiet. That doesn't happen very often, but all right. So I am, for my first alternative, I am going to grab a piece of 11 by 4 1/4. This is Evening Evergreen. And those of you who watch me on Mondays know that Evening Evergreen has kind of been my go-to lately. So we're just going to fold this in half. Now this is called a, I guess you can call it an easel card. I'm not quite certain exactly what the name of it is, but for my sakes, I'm just going to call it an easel card. Here is the super cute stamp set that came in this kit. This is really kind of neat. You can make your own little gift packages and then cut those out and put the little bow on the top of it. But I love the sayings in this. You have Happy Holidays, Merry Christmas, Oh What Fun, To and From. So if you want to make some tags with this, you've got a great little, you know, stamp set to go with that and make those tags. All right, then our second piece that we need, this is 10.5 by 4. I am going to score this at, my husband just got home. I just called him and I said, I told you you needed to be home by 6. Well, him and my son both had doctor's appointments today. So I was like, okay, I guess you're off the hook because you had to go to the doctor's. My husband is a meat cutter. Just a really quick story. My husband is a butcher, and he has been for over 20 years now. Well, he has, because of going in and out of the hot and the cold from the meat room, and picking up heavy things and using the knives and the saws and all that kind of stuff, he just found out he has carpal tunnel. For the last, I would say probably 1.5 years, he's been really having a lot of problems with his hands. Like when he sleeps, his hands fall asleep, and then when he wakes up in the morning, he can't move his hands at all. They're like completely dead weight. Hello, Ruthie. His hands are like complete dead weight. So he talked to our regular PCP, and she sent him over to see a hand specialist. So he just called and told me earlier that it has been confirmed he has carpal tunnel and he has neuropathy. So I asked him, I go, okay, so what does that mean? What do they plan on doing for that? So he said, he has to wait for the PCP to get, you know, the results, and then she will call him and let him know. But it kind of sounds like he's probably going to have surgery. So, you know, that's a thing. All right, so our first score mark is going to be at 5.25. We're going to just score that. So use your light color blade, 5.25, and then you're going to move this over to 7 3/8, and you're going to score again. Okay, and again, the measurements of this is 4 by 10.5. Okay, then with holding that, you're going to flip this up, so you're pretty much folding it in half, and then you're going to flip this one down and fold it back down again. This piece is then going to get adhered to the front of the card. So it's going to pretty much sit, it's kind of like mountains and valleys and peaks and all that good stuff. So when your card sits, it will sit like this, but then this will also pop out as well. So that's why I kind of think it's kind of like an easel. I don't know. All right, so what we're going to do is we're going to take one of our trees, which I thought I had cut. Oh, there it is. Okay, so with this, I thought, now I have not made any of these. I kind of just thought of these this morning. So we're kind of just going to wing it. There was a lot going on for the day with my husband and my son both having doctor's appointments. I didn't really get much time in the craft room today because, as some of you know, I have a special needs my youngest child, my daughter, is she has Rett syndrome, so she requires 24/7 care. So when I go live, sometimes, I know some of you guys have seen her sitting in the background. I have a little couch that's at the end of my bed, and sometimes you guys get to see her because sometimes she sits down there and we get to say hello to her. All right, so what I did with the tree, so these trees are kind of too long for a standard size card. So let me get some of this bits and pieces out of here. I was just trying to keep my table clear because you guys know how I kind of start like hoarding myself in here. All right, so this kit comes with, I think it's 9 of these bags. Wow, these bags are, that's the first time feeling these bags. These bags are really kind of thick. Those are nice bags, and they are food grade safe. So what I was going to do, with one of my alternatives, I am going to make the box. I was going to take popcorn, and you know how you get that gooey marshmallow, or you can even take marshmallows and melt them down, but the marshmallowy gooey stuff, and you mix it together with your popcorn, and then you can take food coloring and mix in there and as well and do like red and green gooey popcorn. I was going to do the popcorn balls in this. I thought that would be kind of fun. So you get 9 of those bags. The other ones are tucked back behind here. And then you get some circles here to do labels. And then I think there's 2 sheets of these here. These are also, you get like a little banner and then some little tags, which would be really cute for those to and from that stamp set. Okay, where are my directions? Oh, that's right. I already had them out. All right, so as you can see from the pictures, you have these little tags that go on here, and it comes with 2 different colors of twine this time. And it even comes with those super cute little clothespins, or not clothespins, paper clips. I have seen people doing this little alternative here. So cute. Like, I think I might actually have to order the refill kit of this box, because I think I want to do this and have that and put it away with my Christmas stuff. So every year I would hang up this cute little banner. I just think that's really adorable. And so if you go to the website, there's other alternatives on there, as well as there's quite a few Facebook groups that you can see other alternatives also. All right, so this tree, that's what I was showing you guys. I'm so squirrelish. I'm always like, squirrel, I'm just random. These trees, if you were to just take it right the way that it is, it would be really too big for this, and that would never fit in an envelope if you were going to put this in an envelope. If you're just going to hand deliver this, I guess it can be taller than your card. That would work, but I'm going to make it about the size of my card. So I cut a little portion off the bottom. So I just kind of looked at the top up here, and I went to about the 5.5 line, and then just cut off that bottom portion like I did here. And then that is going to go in there. Now I'm not going to pop that up, so this could lay flat like this. So I'm just going to glue this right on. Ooh, that's cute too. I didn't even see the back side of these trees. So you will find all the still photos and other products that I used for these cards over on my blog, which is stampinthepinkbarn.blogspot.com. I probably won't get those up till tomorrow. I have to take all the photos, and I haven't even started because it's been a crazy busy day. If you are going to place an order that is under $150, please use my host code, because you're going to want extras to go with these. So here's my host code. This is how you get to my store. DannyGarola.stampinup.net will take you right into my store. That's also where you will find more details about getting a starter kit. All right, so that's going to sit just like that. It looks like I need to kind of move this over just a skosh. That's good. Okay. All right. Then what I wanted to do was I was going to take one of these little pieces with the packages, and I was just going to cut some of these little packages out of here. Now, where did I put my scissors? Okay. So just leaving kind of a little white trim around the package, just like it is on the other 2 sides. Okay, like that. And then we can just stack these on here. And then with it, when this is sitting there, well, helps if I open the back part too, you will see that it looks like just kind of like a little easel. Okay, that will go there. Then I want to get out this little green one. So I'm just going to follow kind of around the little bow. just like that. Trim this up just a bit. Okay, just like that. That's another little gift. And with this one, we can just clean that up where I cut the bow. Same with the little pink one. Okay. So I'm going to leave those two together and kind of just stick this one kind of off to the side like this. Where'd my red one go? Oh, that's right. I stuck it inside of here. Put that one right there. So those I'm going to stick straight down like that. Oh, you know what? Don't put glue on that top part because it's probably going to stick a little bit over that. And you don't want that sticking to the back of that. Same with this. Don't do that top portion. Okay, like that. Then we're going to pop some of these ones up. Maybe I won't use that one. Maybe I'll use that one on a different card. Okay. So I think your kit actually came with some dimensionals right here. So you can use those if you don't have a sheet of dimensionals. And I grabbed the small dimensionals. I need big ones. I think I'm just going to stick it right there down the side so we can still see the packages underneath. And then I think I might take that, no, because that red, I don't like that. Maybe take that one, but see, that covers up the red one too. But I guess that's okay because packages always sit in front of each other anyways. It's not hurting anything. I think I might, unless, no, that's not going to look good. I'm just going to take this and kind of make it kind of crooked on the front there, just like that. And we could technically take this one and put it right there as well, but I'm not going to. I'm going to leave that one off because otherwise it covers too many of my back packages, and I don't like that. So we're going to go like that. And then what I wanted to do was I was going to see if there was a star anywhere to put a big star on the top of that tree. See how that sits? Like that. But what I do want to do is I want to take some. Now, I do have these stars. These are no longer in the catalog. These are retired. That star might be cute up there, but I don't think it's big enough. So that's why I kind of didn't go with that. But I do want to put some sequins on this little tree and kind of make this pop. Okay, so we have all these sequins. These are called the Artistry Bloom sequence. They are still active in the catalog. And see, I have them falling everywhere because they're stuck. Ugh. All right, so I think the backs of these are still on here. Oh, yep. Darn it. Ay, ay, ay. Okay, I'm going to put that on there and get that back on there. And then I'm not going to apply sequence to every one of those dots because otherwise we'd be here, you know, all day or all night. But you get where I'm going with that you could put these little sequins on quite a few of these just to kind of make those lights look like they're truly twinkling. Oh, I need my take a pick tool since I knew where it was today. So this one is kind of like a pinker color. You've got the blue ones. That's why I thought these kind of went perfect with these because they're kind of the exact same colors that are on, come here, on this card. Because see, you've got the blues, the reds, the pinks, and you've kind of got all those colors over here. This is kind of like a mulberry color. I guess it'd be rich raspberry. So I'm just going to stick that right there on the pink one. I mean, you can be very rando with these. Okay, we need some in the center. So now I'm going to move to the little ones. Oops. Okay, make it nice and shiny and cute. Okay, we have 2 blue, we have 2 of those, we need 2 of these. And let's put it right up here. And then, I mean, not that it really matters, but, oops, okay, that one's going to go there because that's where it wants to be. But you could put as many on there as you want, but that just kind of makes that kind of sparkly, especially up here at the top. You could really go crazy up there and just kind of add some bling to that card. But isn't that kind of cute how that just stands? So you're pretty much just using 2 of your little things, and if you don't put all of them on there, you can have some extras to make a few more of those cards, because you're going to get 6 of each one of these. So you're going to get 6 of the trees, 6 of the packages, and then 6 of the little snowman right here, because they're 2-sided, your little boxes are. Okay, so let me put an inside in this card and show you how to complete that. Where did I put my white? Ugh. Okay, so I'm just going to cut an inside for this. So I'm going to do 5 5¼ by 4. Maybe that's where I'll put my other little package. That would be a good idea. Okay, so that is going to stay like that. And I still need to try to find a little star for the top of that. So I'm going to have to try to find a... Wait a minute. What do I have sitting here? Oh no, those are snowflakes that I used yesterday. I'll have to find a star. Okay, get off of there. Okay, that's going to go in the inside, and maybe I will put this package just kind of leaning up on the side there. That's kind of cute. And then let's put a sentiment in this. So it comes with Flirty Flamingo. Where did I put it? It comes with the little ink spot of Flirty Flamingo this time. But I'm going to just grab my big Flirty Flamingo because it's just a bit easier, because opening those little spots just are not that easy for me. I have a really hard time getting those open. All right, let's let's do Happy Holidays. Okay. Let me clean this off. So one thing to note is when you get a brand new stamp set that has not been used, it's kind of always a kind of thing to keep in the back of your mind is when you, before you use it for the first time, kind of just wipe it off with your chamois or your Stamp and Scrub, because sometimes there's kind of a clear film over the top of it, and it won't let you stamp that first stamped image all so clearly. And I would hate for you to ruin your whole card by just doing something just as simple as just a quick clean on it. Okay, perfect. But wait, I think I'm going to add, because I really like this, is that Pool Party? I didn't even read the coordinating colors that are in this. Let me see. So also down here on the bottom, it tells you your coordinating Stampin' Up! Colors. So Evening Evergreen, whoop whoop, I won on that one. Flirty Flamingo, Old Olive, Pool Party, and Poppy Parade. So this isn't even red, but see, I used red because I didn't even read down here. But yeah, that's why that red is not exactly that red, because it is Poppy Parade. See, I should have read that, but I didn't. So I'm going to grab Pool Party and the stamps. And this stamp set came with these cute little snowflake images here. And I think this might just work on the little. So again, I'm going to clean that really quick to get that film off. Kind of get the moisture off of there. And just add a couple of these little Pool Party snowflakes in there. There we go. Cute, cute. And then, like I said, I think this little package should just be kind of kicking it in there. Just hanging out. Oops, it's upside down. And I think I need to cut off a little bit more white on this side. There we go. It's much better. Because the tag is not going to hang upwards. Because see how the tag is hanging? If I did it the opposite way, it would look funny, because it would look like the tag was hanging upwards. Kind of like that, how it hangs down. Gravity is real. I guess we don't need to worry so much about gravity when we're stamping, but I pay attention to small little things like that. Okay, that's going to go right in the inside here. And you know what else we could do? I really need to find a star for that, though. That's kind of bugging me that I don't have a star up there. I don't even think I have anything that is... I mean, I do have these, but these are like really, really old. I don't know if you guys, some of you demonstrators that have been around for a while probably recognize these. I don't even remember what they're called, but it was Emerald Envy, and I don't even remember what these colors were, but that's a star, but again, it's still too small. I just remember that one color, Emerald Envy. So yeah, I'm not sure. You could probably, nope, still again, not big enough. So I'm going to have to try to find a star for the top of that. I think I do have the set of star dies, but I think they're up at my mom's house, so that's not going to work. All right, so you guys get where I'm going with this card. So that's how that would be. And then when the recipient gets it, they can just set it up on their bookshelf. Let me kind of try to varnish this. again, because now that I stuck that tree in there, there we go. That should stand a little bit better. Oh, that's better. Well, maybe. Just like that. Isn't that so cute how that stands? So it sits like that and you can see that. Now, we could actually probably, that would probably be overkill though. Yeah, I was going to say to do a sentiment up here, but no. I kind of just like it like that, because our sentiment is in the inside. Okay, so there's card number 1. Now, you would have to have envelopes, because these little gift bags don't have envelopes. So you would have to make sure you had envelopes to be able to send that as a card. If you're going to send it, if you're going to just hand deliver it, then you can just actually give that just like that to someone. Okay, now let's get into project number 2, because it is so stinking cute. Okay, I need, out of the layering circles, I'm going to grab, this is the second to largest of the just regular circle, not the scalloped. Okay, I am going to look at the back here and see where these lines are. This is where your little, okay, this is where your box is going to line up. See those lines? Your box lines up on those lines. So your box, so your little gift treat box does not stand on this. It actually stands on the bottom of your snowflake, or your snowflake. That's a snowman. It stands on the snowman. So when I go to run this through my die cutting machine, I'm going to kind of hold it up towards the light, and I'm going, well, you guys won't see it right now, but I'm going to look through the back and see where that line is, and line this piece of my circle on that line. Does that make sense? I hope that makes sense. And then I'm going to cut that. So I'm going to be cutting a circle out of his little stomach. Now, those of you who watched me yesterday, I made a shaker card, and it kind of inspired me to make this little snowman a shaker card, because I'm kind of on this whole little shaker kick. I've never made a shaker card until yesterday. That was the first shaker card I've ever made. And now I'm just kind of like on this whole shaker kick. All right, then I'm going to take a piece of acetate or window sheet, and I'm just going to grab like a square piece, and I already cut these out so we didn't have to be here, you know, way too long. And I did that same size circle out of the window sheet. Or no, I didn't. I did the largest one. I fibbed. So then I came over here and I grabbed the biggest circle and cut out the window sheet. Yep, that's what I needed, was the largest one. Now where did I just put it? Oh, here it is. So then that comes right out of there. So as you can see, it's just going to be a little bit bigger than our actual, can you guys see that? Or maybe if I turn it over, you'll see it. I know it's see-through, but you'll still get kind of where it's just a little bit bigger than our opening. All right. Okay, we're going to still need this piece, so don't get rid of that. Hang on to that. And then we need a piece of basic white. And I'm going to take the biggest of the scalloped, and I'm going to cut out my biggest scallop out of that also. So it's quite a bit bigger than, you know, that one there. So we have an outside ridge around that. Okay. And I need to turn my fan on because I am dying here. Just make sure it doesn't blow everything off of here now. All right, so set that aside, and we are going to just apply. Now this is where you're going to need some of these adhesive strips. Now you guys probably saw me use these yesterday as well. There's quite a few of these on here, and they're just little strips that you're gonna see me use in just a second. So what I'm going to do with this little guy is I'm going to just take a light, very, very light line of glue, if I can even get my glue to work. I just don't want to squeeze it and make a big blob. I'm just taking a very, very tiny, light little line around my inside of the inside circle, knowing that this circle is just a hair bigger, so I just want enough glue that's going to hold down this acetate. Okay, just like that. And then I'm going to lay this right on there, just like that, and then push that down. Okay. All right. Then what you're going to do is you're going to take this piece and glue it right to the back of this piece. Oops. Now this is you're gonna see the little edge around there, and make sure it's all the same width around there. Okay, where did I put my shaker bits? Oh, I left them in my box. Now my shaker pieces, these are retired, but you can use any sequence that you have in your stash. I'm using the Peaceful Poppy sequence because I haven't used them yet, and this was the perfect project to use up some of these, because look at these colors. These colors are like meant, whoops, these colors are meant for this snowman, I think. You've got some golds, you've got some whites, you've got those, and it's actually got Poppy Parade in there, which I didn't even realize that until I just read that, but that's why it matched so well. So I'm going to use some of those little sequins in this as soon as we get this on here. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to grab one of my sheets here, and I'm actually using the outside, you know, the outside piece that hooks to that. And then these things are very kind of bendable, so you can just place this on the outside of the part that you've cut, but still on the inside of that scallop, and just kind of set it right in there. And you kind of have the perfect little frame to set this down with because of that circle that you just cut out. Okay, and then I need just, whoops, wow, that really spun. I just need a little piece of this. Gonna bump that up, make sure it's pretty tight against there, because you want to make sure your shaker bits, your little sequins, are not going to come spilling out of there. And then I'm going to go kind of on top of that one, because then I'll know where to cut, that lines up. Okay, so that's going to go right on there. That matches up on there perfect. All right, then I'm going to take off the little backing, just like that. Yep. And then don't do what I did last night and forget to put the shaker bits in there. I made a card last night and I forgot to put the sequins in it, and I went to attach it, and then I was like, oh no, how is it a shaker card with no sequins? That doesn't work, right? So luckily I hadn't pushed it completely firmly down, that I was able to pull that back up off of there to be able to put the sequins in. Yeah, that could have been a total party foul. All right, make sure that they don't get stuck to your little outside piece. And then that is his little thing, and then it hangs down, so then we'll know that when we go to put this on there, there's something sticky on there. Okay, we know we're gonna just line up his scarf and the outside of those. Ooh, and it's very static electricity. You'll see those shaker pieces kind of move around in there. And then look, you have a cute little shaker. Isn't that adorable? And sometimes they'll get stuck up there. Just kind of play with them and move them around. But isn't that cute? Okay, so then what you're going to do is you're going to take your little box form and find the other half of it. Or find, oh, here we go. Ones that aren't already. So with these, oops, only one. So you're going to flip the sides up. And then these sides also get flipped up. Then the two little wings go inside. And they give you tear and tape right here. So tear and tape is one of the best strong adhesives that we have that will hold these boxes together so your little pieces don't, so your little box doesn't spread open when you give it as a gift. So this is what you're going to do, is you're going to take tear and tape and you're going to put it on both sides and then hold this together and create this little box just like that. So I've already done one side of this just to keep things timely, and I already have a tear and tape open, maybe, because I thought I just used it. Okay, maybe I don't. Okay. Then I'm just going to take this little piece and just run it against here. Okay, and then it just tears, hence the fact why it's called tear and tape. Okay, so in all honesty, I have not had to buy tear and tape because so much of it comes in these paper pumpkin boxes, and since it's come in quite a few of the past kits that I've gotten, that's where I get all these little tear and tapes. So that's kind of something that you kind of an extra little perk of getting these paper pumpkin kits is you get a lot of extra leftovers also that you can use for future projects. Just throwing that out there. Kind of like this little stuff. The only way I would probably use all that up is if I make that little banner thing, but I'm pretty sure that when I order the refill kit, it's going to come with more of that. So I can use that on future cards that I decide to make. And that's kind of an extra little perk of buying these kits. Not only are they kind of a one and done little box, but you get some little extra goodies in there that you can use on other stuff. And you get a stamp pad and stamps that you can use forever. Okay, and just push those together just like that. And one of the good ways to get that to make sure that it's adhered down and makes a good snug fit is to take your bone folder and just kind of place it inside and do it on a hard surface and just rub your bone folder against there to make sure you're making a good tight adhesion to your little kit. Okay, so there we go. Perfect little cute box. So let me grab one of my other little snowmen. Here's what they look like. And you know, I have noticed there has been quite a few people that have really had a problem with his nose being old olive. Now, why is his nose old olive? No rhyme or reason, I couldn't tell you. But I do know that quite a few people are taking a pumpkin pie, one of our markers, and going over that and making it orange. I would just like to say that it is one of those tri-color carrots. You know, some of those carrots that you grow that they come in all those different colors. I know when we lived in Oregon, I used to grow carrots quite a bit. All right, so again, taking the Terran tape, I'm gonna put it across this little kind of diamondy thing here so we can get this kit or this little box to stay adhered. Now, if you have little kids, this would be a great little treat for them to take to school. I do understand that it is, you only get 9 of them, but if your kid's like in a preschool or something like that, normally they don't have too many kids in the preschool. And I'm not sure with the way the whole COVID thing is still going, if they're back at full capacity or just, I guess it depends on what state you're in. I know things around here in Arizona, we're pretty wide open on everything. Okay, now that little box can fit perfectly in. Oops, that didn't work. I guess I have to line it up on both sides because that was hanging off the side and that would have looked goofy. Okay, again, lay it flat. Take your bone folder and just push that against there to give it a good seal. Okay, so see, this is where I'm saying that it's not going to stand up on your box. It's going to stand up on the bottom of your snowman. Okay, now with this one, we're going to have to do it a wee bit different because we're going to stick it to this piece and not down here. So I'm going to stay within that frame to make sure that I'm still only adhering to the pieces that I need, but I am going to put like just an extra little strip in the inside since we're not adhering it to these sides. Okay, just like that. This is probably the most tedious part, is getting the backings off of. Sometimes they'll just come right off of there, and other times it is just a bear. It doesn't want to get off. Okay, so now I'm going to take this and I'm going to, again, watch my margins on the bottom and line that up. So that side is not going to lay flush, as you can see, because it's now bumped up with this little shaker part. But it is still, it's not going anywhere. I mean, this box is very adhered, but you do want to lay it back down again and kind of just come in and push it with your bone folder to make a good seal. And there you go. That is now the front of your little cute box. Has a shaker on there, so kind of some added little element to there. It's kind of staticky in there, but isn't that so cute? And like what they did here, we could take that little circle like here, like what they've done, and they've taken one of these little paper clips and grab our flirty flamingo. Get all these pieces out of here. And then it looks like they took the words, "Oh, what fun," which fits really nicely on that circle. Ooh, I almost dumped that in there. That would not have been good. Okay, so let's grab this stamp. And again, just do it a little clean on that. And yes, I should, I'm doing a no-no right now. I should have a cushion underneath this, like one of my, here it is right here. I should have my piercing mat underneath here as a cushion because this is a photopolymer. So it can kind of cushion that stamp to make that adhere down perfectly, or to marinate into the cardstock. Ah, there we go. So yes, that is one thing to know, is with our photopolymer, which is the clear stamp sets that we have, those need to be on a cushion to absorb kind of that, because the red rubber stamps that we have a cushion on the back, so they just kind of sit down on your cardstock a little bit nicer. Okay, so now take this little thing and you can stick it right here on the side. Oh, that paper clip is tight. Wow, that's really tight. Okay, just like that. And then you have that there as well. Maybe move it up so you're not completely covering your whole little shaker part. But you could put to and from on the back of that. That would be really super cute. But yeah, that's how it sits. And then you put your little bag of goodies or your popcorn or whatever you want to do inside of that little holder. And you would see that sticking out. And then you can take your little baker's twine and twine that up. Super cute, right? Okay, so now I really have to clean up some of this because the next project is going to kind of consume my desk. So let me get some of this cleaned up here really quick. Out of the way and bring in all of our other pieces. So I decided to make a scrapbook page because for Christmas time I love scrapbooking my kids' photos that I take during the holidays. And this year we're going to try to make it over to our local zoo here and do the zoo lights. And then we also have a neighborhood close by that does a big light display as well. So I kind of like taking a lot of photos when we're there and then scrapbooking them, you know, once I have those printed off. Let's move some of these out of the way. Okay, stamp set, I'm gonna set over there so you guys can tell me when I can't find it. Okay, so what I decided to do is I decided to grab my pack of, I grabbed my 12 by 12 Regals, which has our real red in it, even though I just realized that it was Poppy Parade. That is actually the color, but I mean, I guess I can try to see if I have. Okay, that settles. Oh, there's Poppy Parade right there. Let me see if this paper would look good with that. I'm not sure if it's going to. No, I don't like that. Okay, I'm just gonna go with my original thought. So I grabbed 2 pieces of my real red. And then I grabbed 1 piece of the Peaceful Prince. Now, Peaceful Prince is no longer available, but I do know that quite a few of you guys, let me move this camera just a hair. I do know that quite a few of you guys got that Peaceful Prince when it was on Celebrations, because it was such a hot comedy that I know probably the majority of you guys have some of that paper laying around. All right, I hope that fits in screen. So I'm going to, I cut this at, let me see, I think I cut 3 inches off the side. So this was also a 12 by 12 piece, and I just cut 3.5 off of one of the sides. Now that's gonna go over there. And the other piece, which I could probably do math, but 8.5 is going to go on the other side. So we're gonna set this like this, okay? Then I brought in a photo mat. So this is gonna fit a 7 by 5 photo. So it's cut at 5 1/4 by 7 1/4. And for right now, I'm just gonna kind of set these out. This photo mat is going to fit a 4 by 6. So it's 4 1/4 by 6 1/4. So kind of when I'm thinking about doing a scrapbook page, ooh, you know what? There's like a little smudge right there. Let me flip this over. There we go. When I'm doing a scrapbook page, I kind of think about what kind of photos do I want to take. I have a big thing about taking photos portrait style. I don't take too many landscapes, so I know that if I am making a scrapbook page that I am going to put some landscape photos on, that I need to be mindful when I am taking my photos to make sure I take some landscape style. It seems like I'm awfully far. Well, it's okay. You guys can see it. We're all good. All right, then I grabbed one of those little snowmen, and I think for now I'm just gonna place these on here. I'm not gluing anything down yet, so we can kind of see how we want this. And I might actually cut a couple little 3 1/4 by 3 1/4 little photo mats as well, and then I can do little 3 by 3 photos, do a couple of those on here. But I just kind of want to see where we're kind of going with this. Okay, and then, you know what? See, this is where I need a star. I need a star on the top of my tree. Now I'm going to cut this in half, because since our 2 layouts are going to go in separate pages, I need to cut this tree in half to put it on both. Ooh. So what I'm gonna do is I'm just gonna go to this point down here, because that kind of looks centered. Not sure if it is or not. Yep, that point is pretty much centered. So I'm gonna go there, and then I'm gonna go to the top of my tree and just cut that in half. It's gonna be straight enough for me. Then again, I think we're gonna do kind of what we did with those packages. Okay, cut some of these packages apart. Where is my snips? Did I put those away? Oh, I did. Kind of need those. All right, but did I use, oh yes, I did. I was gonna say, I thought I didn't use this green one on my last card, but I did. And then again, we're just going to cut these little packages out. Oops. kind of just stick these behind my tree. And I want the big, but see, this is where my colors, but that's okay. Because of the fact that it's brighter, it kind of looks good on that red, actually. Okay, that is going to get tucked in back like that. Then, let me grab a couple of these. Now I think this can kind of go across the bottom. You know, you can put your packages however you want to. This one, kind of make it look like it's a really tall package going behind there. This one can go in the front, and we might actually pop that up, but it's going to stay over here on this side. Okay. Then I'll wait on those because we might put those on the, like, you know how you can cut these things apart and then put those on the bottom. Oops. Clean this up a little bit. Kind of set that up on the bottom of your photo. Kind of like that. Or you don't want them just like free floating in the air because packages don't float. But, you know, you can take those and kind of just angle it kind of like that on the bottom of one of those pictures or photo mats. Then I had those tags out because then I think I'm going to use one of these banners and kind of tuck it out with it saying the Merry Christmas. So let me grab the Merry Christmas here. Take this one off. Grab one of these little banners. I'm going to grab a little scrap of paper so I don't wind up, oh, actually I'm just going to grab this because that works. And then clean this off really fast. And I'm going to use, I think I'm going to grab that poppy. I'm going to grab the Flirty Flamingo since that's the color that came with this. And since we do have a little pop of pink on things, I think that's going to look pretty good. Now, if I duplicate this and I make it for my son, I would probably do this in the pool party, which is that other color that coordinates on here as well. Okay. I think I need to take, now another thing to know that when you kind of get this splotchy look on here, you sometimes need to move your ink around on your ink pad because I haven't used Flirty Flamingo in quite some time. The ink is not, it's kind of pooled up around in certain areas. So I'm just going to flip that over and try this again. Because it didn't give me as crisp of an image as I would have liked. That's better. Okay, move that out of the way so we don't have a disaster. And then, can you guys see up over here? I was thinking I could take that and just kind of put it up behind there. Like that. And I was actually going to Where did I put the... Oh. We could take some of this twine and wrap it kind of on the edge or on the end. Over here, maybe. No, that's not gonna work. But if you make your photo mats just a little bit longer, what would work is you could wrap some of that twine around that, or even since, you know what, that's what I'm gonna do. I'm gonna take some of the red and I'm going to just put it around this photo mat. Now, I know it looks like I'm putting it right in the center, which is fine, because once I get it where I want it, I can move it once it's on my mat. Okay, just like that. And then cut this. Okay, and then I can move this over, kind of have it hang a little bit. And then I can even spin this, say I want it closer to the bottom of that photo mat, so it can kind of just hang. And then when you take your photo will slide in there. Do I have a picture sitting here? I don't, but I could show you just a... Oh, wait a minute. You know what? Maybe I do have a photo here. I don't know how good these photos are, and I don't think they have anything to do with Christmas. But let me just show you. Let me pull a photo out of here and just kind of show you what I'm talking about. Okay, this is a sky here in Tucson. But this photo would just slide right underneath there. I don't know what size that photo is, but I thought it was a 4x6. And then, what size are these photos? Okay, these photos are only 5 3/8. Or no, 5 5/8. So, I think photos are normally, I think I do my photo mats 4x6. Pretty sure that's what I do. I don't know. But this photo is just a little bit short, so pay no attention to the big gap over there. So that's what you would do, and then if it's a Christmas scene, it would be really cute, and then you just have that little bow, and if you wanted to, you can move it over a little bit more. If you want it over this end, you can slide it down. So you could do that. Unless I'm really off on my photo sizes, but I thought they were 4x6s, but who knows. Even go as far as taking some of these little things and putting it on there to just kind of adding an extra little element. But I'm gonna get all this glued, and I think I actually want to do a couple more of those little 3x3 photo mats on there. But I will get photos taken for you guys, and I will get this all put up over on the blog, so you don't have to sit here and just watch me glue everything. But yeah, that is the scrapbook layout that I came up with. It is kind of more simplified, but I kind of like it like that. But I do need something here because it's awfully kind of sparse. And I think I might actually re-stamp that down again to kind of make that a little bit brighter. Or we can move this over here. No, that's not going to be. I don't know. I'll play around with it, but you kind of get the whole idea of what I was going with this, to see, you know, kind of how you can just grab one of these kits and you can just kind of run with it and decide what you want to do. Again, you could add little sequins to this, put a star at the top. I have to get that star die set for my mom now, because now I have trees that I need stars for. So, all right, you guys, thank you for coming and watching and kind of just doing what we do, putting things together, grabbing papers, grabbing bits, and just start adding it to paper, because that is the whole fun of, you know, paper crafting. Don't make it stressful. Have fun with it. So I will see you guys back here on Monday. I know we just had Monday yesterday, but it creeps up awfully quickly. So I will be on again next Monday at 6 p.m. And if you want to watch next month's Paper Pumpkin Live Alternatives, I will be on here December 30th at 6 p.m. All right, you guys, take care of yourselves, and I will see you next week. Bye-bye.